great building. I mean, it's so noticeable in town. I mean, everyone knows the Povich building. You know, just to have the chance to make that viable again. It's been vacant for so long that it's pretty cool.
Yeah. We had perceived in our early conversations before when it was just a theory, that there was a void for that kind of or our kind of a restaurant, pub, brewery in the community. At that time, there were no other breweries in Saginaw County, and we, for our own needs, knew that it would be something that would be successful if we could find the right place.
Oh, once you walk inside, you see the original tin ceilings, you see the original floors, the brick, the exposed brick. I mean, it's a beautiful building. And so we tried to keep as much of it as we could. You know, we kept the original ceilings, we kept, the original wood floor downstairs, exposed the brick, cleaned up the brick, because there's been a fire in the building at one point. So many, many years ago. And it's just a beautiful traditional Bath building.
Best projects are projects in which the developer finds a partner in the tenant. I usually don't call my tenants tenants, I call them partners. And we come to a mutual agreement about the vision of the space. And then we come up with a scope of work for each of us, and then execute something that is both has both form and function. Because for me, a historic project, I'm looking to bring back the historic value, the significant period of the project, and these guys want it to be highly functional. And so really finding that blend and that mix is always important. I think that people were skeptical of the volume that Bath Brewing would do, but Mike and Terry were confident that there was a need and a gap. And sure enough, that's what they were doing pre-COVID. And that really changed Front Street. People started staying open later because there was waits. It's that economic, sort of the incidental and ancillary benefit of that project really started to reverberate down Front Street. And I'm proud about it from what it did from an economic and community development standpoint for Bath. I truly believe that Bath Brewing Company, and this may be overstating it, but I'm biased, was the economic incentive to create sort of this energy that's happening in Bath now that we've maintained and continue to carry forward.
A lot of what the first project like this is doing in a community is providing hope and sort of a reference point for others that want to do this kind of thing. So redeveloping buildings, I think that it's sort of like a momentum, like a city or a town gains momentum. And Bath Brewing has certainly done that in downtown. And I think, it's set the bar pretty high. So
I think that, going into the project, you sort of have an idea of what you want, but once we got into the building, it became obvious that it sort of evolved. It's a really cool thing how it evolved into what is there now. And to be able to put a brewery in there, to be able to have a pub in there, in that building, it's just really neat. And it evolved into what it looks like today. And it wasn't always the plan for it to look like that. And I think the community has accepted it.
Oh yeah,
it's a beautiful building.
One of the wonderful things was when we found out that we couldn't save the second floor ceilings, we took down the old ceiling joists, but we were able to remill and reuse those for our bar tops and for all our countertops. And it's just beautiful old wood, and it's so much fun to be able to use things like that one could never plan for. The building told us what it wanted to be.